Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good evening so far. Can you believe it? I'm streaming Genshin Impact again. Been a while since I've streamed this game, hasn't it? I think pretty much since maybe 1 or 2 weeks after update 5.1 came out, I quit streaming it and I haven't streamed it since. So, but hey, the new update came out Tuesday, a couple days ago. I didn't stream Tuesday because I was busy that day. And then yesterday, I had just completely forgotten about Genshin Impact. Forgotten about the update. But, I realized today, oh gosh, that update. Yeah, I need to get on that shit. So here we are. We'll see what's new with 5.2. Actually, to be honest with you, not only have I not streamed this
It's been a few days since
game.
the battle. Hopefully the tribes are getting back to normal. The flower feather clan was hit the hardest, right? That's Chaska's tribe. Maybe we should check how everyone's doing.
Not only have I not streamed this game in quite a while, I actually haven't even played it, period, in like over a week. So, yeah. Alright. Yeah, we gotta do the notices here, see what's new. Okay, we got new area. Okay, we got 3 new areas? Really? That's cool. Reputation system update. Oh, great. Okay, yeah, we got Chaska. I've already determined that I'm not going to be wishing for Chaska. I'm going to completely skip her. Although, wait, is there another banner? I can't even remember now. Okay. So we got a new Archon quest. So that's probably what we'll be doing tonight. Unless there's also another update I need to get on. 2 new Tribal Chronicles. Yay. I don't know. Should I stream the Tribal Chronicles? I don't know. New enemies. Okay. Kakawa goat. New fish. Who cares about the fish, honestly? Oh, wow. So Rosaria hadn't been put in the card game until just now. Interesting. Forge Realms Temper is once again available. I don't even know what that is, honestly. Spiral Abyss. Optimize. Wait, are they saying Noblesse Oblige is not a good artifact for characters above level 75? Okay, yeah. Dude, I haven't done Serenity Teapot in like forever. Don't care about. Uh, display 5-star artifacts, order when they were obtained? Interesting. Automatically locked. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Create. Allow for a certain minor fix. Hmm. Wait, right. Hmm. Hey, what's up, Ox? How you doing? Hmm. Okay. Update. Left trigger cannot be used to switch in aiming mode when armor. Doing great. Well, that's great. Yep, new Archon quest. Okay. Claw Convoy. Okay, that starts tomorrow. Okay, here's Chaska's banner. Oh, Linny. I don't know, is Linny even worth getting anymore? I don't know. Aluminum-free deodorant. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. Aluminum-free? Oh, it's another one of those, yeah, exploration deals. Check. Does that mean the other one expired? I didn't even finish all the stuff on there, I don't think.
We
I'll have to look into that. We're not gonna check. I can't
take
remember
a break
now.
after all that running around.
We might be able to help them out.
Okay, Paimon, I thought you were done talking. Alright, what's going on here? Okay, well, not sure what artifact I need right this moment. Please. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. I really don't need more. Probably never will again. I've got an absurd amount. Try that, it never worked. I've been using this stuff. Okay. Wait. No, it's something else. Wait. Oh, okay, never mind. Looks like this one is still here. Yeah, we got another 40 days until this one ends. Okay, yeah, because I haven't finished everything in this one yet. I got 2 of them, but there's 2 more here that I haven't gotten yet. Anyway. What is this? Archon quest. New enemy. Well, oh shit. Bro. Okay, story quest. Oh yeah, it's the tribal quest, yeah. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and do the Archon quest. Oh. We gotta explore the area first. Looks like. Well. Okay, hold on a second. What is all this stuff here? Natlan Tablet of Tona. Okay, hold on. I haven't done this yet, apparently. Bro, I have not actually played this game, let alone stream it, just play it in like over a week now. So I guess let's do this. Let's go here and well, okay, wait. First, let me see what this is. Flame. Okay, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see what the hell this is. Because the hell. Tablet of Tona. Oh, okay, it's the Pirate Sigil stuff. Okay. Yeah. Shot right up to level 3. Alright. So that gives us 150 Prima Gems. Still not even enough for a single wish.
How many forging commissions do I still have to finish? Let's see. 1, 2... not so many as I thought.
We got a sword billet. Or is it billet? I don't frickin' know. Wait, what is this? Looks like a weapon, but... okay. Anyway, okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and teleport here, and then we'll head over to the deal. Bro, did you hear that just now? God, that sounded like a... like an animalistic... like, primal scream or something, like, way off in the distance. That was weird. I'll take the Oculus, thank you very much. What's going on here? Night Spirit Graffiti and just Bigfoot. Okay. Wait, so I can... Iktomisaur. hold to aim entering the spirit speaker state. They can absorb phlogiston. Okay, so I'm supposed to hold L2. Okay. So I'm confused. Dude, he just generated an explosive barrel. Allowing them to leap to high places. They can enter. Okay. So wait, if I go... Okay, let me try this again. If I go like that, and then I go... Oh. Well, what the fuck? Yeah. Well, ain't that just nifty? Oh, there's another deal over here. Where am I? Like in the game? I'm in this new area here that just got added. So I haven't like uncovered the map yet, but yeah. Okay, well. So if I do that, and then... I don't know, what am I supposed to do with this? Do I blow this dude up? Oh. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that was what it was gonna do. Painted stone. Hued Monitou? Oh, wait a sec. Okay. Can I absorb it again? No? Well, wait, then what am I supposed to do here? How do I... Bro, that's not what I wanted to do. There. Okay. No, seriously though, what am I supposed to do with this? Whoa, wait. I think you're just supposed to put it here. Oh man. Whee! Okay, let's go over here where... Okay, we got a teleport waypoint. Ooh, what is this? Ah, I thought this would be like something you could absorb, but I guess not. What? That hurts me? What the fuck? Gaseous phlogiston. Ah. Using gaseous Just without getting burned. Okay, so am I supposed to... I don't know, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Oh wait. Am I just supposed to stick it on here, maybe? Okay. There you go. Ah, nice. Oops. Okay. There's another... Oh, it's like way up there. Well, I could just do... Wait. Why is it not letting me... Yeah, I could just do that, and then do that. And then whoop! Get up there, yeah. Nice. Okay. Oops. So, like, do that.
Something's hiding behind that statue! Aw, it's a baby ectomisaur! So cute! Although, why is it staring at us? Traveler!
Okay. What is this place? Bro. Who are you?
How long was Paimon out? Paimon locked eyes with that baby ectomisaur for like a second, and then she was suddenly pulled into this strange place with a huge ectomisaur.
Yeah, same here.
Any idea what happened? Traveler? Hey, what's wrong? Look! It's that baby ectomisaur! Seems like it wants us to follow it. Paimon's adventurous side says we have to see where this leads.
I'm in. Let's go. Wait. Is this just a world quest chain? What is this? Hold on a sec. Oh. Well, we'll just do that then. And this is Tezcatep. I can't even read that shit because the thing is blocking. Is that an E? I guess that's an E. Tezcatlipoca Range. Alright, well next we need to go here. Yeah, I've got... Oh, look at that. Damn, dude. Okay. Yeah, we need to offer like 22 of these bitches. Alright, we got 5 Prima Gems. Got 100 Prima Gems. An Acquaint Fate. Nice. Alright.
Oh, check it out! The graffiti on the wall is glowing! Masters of the Night Wind. And by the looks of it, masters of nightlife, too.
What is she talking about? Glowing? Is she talking about this?
Finally got here.
Or maybe the...
Now I can even find the recipient.
I don't know. Whatever. Okay, hold on. Where are we right now? Okay, what is this? Calling... That's, hold on. That's a story quest? Is it one of these two, maybe? Ah, okay. Yeah, that's one of the Tribal Chronicles. Which, I'm not doing that right now. Wait, there's a... Oh. Nice. Okay, how am I gonna get up there? Yeah, I guess we could go like this. Okay, land on here. And then whoop. Nope. Okay, shit, that's not gonna work. So how... I guess I'm just gonna have to climb this thing. Oh, wait. I don't know what this... Ah, haha, there we go. Perfect. Well, maybe. Oh. Well, bro. Oh, come. I can't. I need to go just a little bit higher. Oh, okay, never mind. We're good. Too bad I can't. Oh, yeah, I don't care. Whoop. Yeah. Oh no, now I gotta sit through the
Wonder if
whatever.
we're allowed in here. The door opened all by itself. Taking that as a yes. Aw, the Tomy sword from earlier. It's really here.
That's the one who summoned us.
Then let's go introduce ourselves.
Let's not, because I'm actually going this way. Oh, the hell? Yeah. So I am Going elsewhere. No. Okay, hold on. Alright. Hope there's a thing. Is it up on top of there? I mean, I don't see it. Well, I guess we'll have to do this. Just climb this thing. Ooh, that's gonna be a bit of a climb, isn't it? There we go. Alright, now I think we're going over here. Whoop. Another Oculus.
All right, let's finish this fast.
Show me your
Oh, okay. I didn't realize there were going to be
Let's light it up.
freaking enemies here.
All right.
Hear the echoes of the valley. Let us all act the frying pan. Hey there! Hiya! Watch out! Fire! Well, everybody stand back! You're toast! Nice and spicy. Coming at ya!
Quick, let's pack it up.
Oh, well, golly. Looks like we're we've already got our encounter points. Yay. So we won't even be doing any of the Archon quest. Alright. Damn. Masters of the Nightwind. See, we're already at 20% exploration progress. I don't know, I'm not that far from it, though. Should probably just go ahead and... Yeah, I mean, it's right there. You see it from here, so... Okay, so hold on. Right now, okay. Bro, what the fuck? Really? This motherfucker? Okay. There. That takes care of that pretty easily. Alright, there we go. So this is ultimately where we need to go. Hey, what's up, Kranu? How you doing? Enjoying the update? Well, I've only been exploring the new area so far, but it looks pretty cool. Okay, yeah, let's just go ahead and get our daily rewards, whatever.
Add Astro. Thank you for Add Astro.
I don't even remember where I'm at on this now. It's been, like I said, it's been over a week since I played this game, so... Alright, well, hopefully we'll start on the Archon quest tomorrow. Let's see. Alright, let's go ahead and switch over to Chaos Child. Well, last time I streamed Chaos Child, I was probably reading it for like over 2 hours because we were in the middle of a extremely long scene with no end in sight. Basically, it started with they were, well, it was Takaru, no, I'm sorry, not Takaru, Sarika, because the true route's being told from the perspective of Sarika, not Takaru. But Sarika went to Hekiho Academy with Takaru and Kunosato. And their mission was to steal oh god, what's his frickin' name? Wakabe? I can't remember. The teacher dude. Yeah, they were trying to steal his data. Because they believed that if they did so, that they would be able to get a cure for Chaos Child Syndrome. Problem is, well, so they had to... I don't know, it was weird, but they had to do this weird thing with Takaru where he was like sitting in a chair, and I guess they like had to extract some data from his mind. I don't know where the fuck that shit just went, but okay. And they completed that, but then not too long after that, they got caught because Wakabe, or whatever his name is, showed up in the lab that they had discovered in Hekiho Academy. Shit, man. No, that's something else. Oh god, I have no idea where that shit went. It went flying off somewhere. Wait. No, that's not it. I don't fucking know where it went. Damn it. Anyway. And then, oh god, what was he going? I don't know. He was going on and on about fucking something. He was saying like he didn't care that they were like, wait, what the hell? Why is it not? Okay, that's weird. Hold on, I'm gonna have to. No. Why is it not displaying it? Here. Oh, cause I haven't done this yet. That's why. There we go. Anyway. So he said that he didn't really care that they were going to try and get a cure for Chaos Child Syndrome. But I don't know, he still got like pissed off for some reason. And he made Kunosato just disappear into thin air, so we have no idea where Kunosato went. And then he was threatening to kill Takaru. And I think we left off somewhere in the middle of that. I think. I heard a voice from somewhere. It was like it was coming from directly within my head. And then everything went quiet. Oh yeah, and then Sarika was also like experiencing really bad painful headaches during this whole deal. Everything went quiet.
おい、宮代。
suddenly Kunosato was back, just as quickly as she disappeared. It was as if she'd never left.
大丈夫ですか?
Yeah, was all she said. She was biting her lip, perhaps frustrated at how much stronger her opponent was.
涌井はどうした?
Wakui, I'm sorry, that's his name, not Wakabe.
とりあえず口車に乗ってくれました。しばらくは大丈夫だと思います。それより。
Yeah, and I can't remember what the proposal was that Takaru offered him. Miyashiro pointed to the PC and Kunosato leapt at it.
例の画像は無事だが、くそ。やられた。委員会に関するデータが。
おい、大丈夫か？
え
え。いきなり中に入れなくなった。一体何があったんだ?
The sound of fingers on a keyboard echoed off the walls. Kunosato grimaced.
重要なハードディスクだけ物理的に破壊していった。これでは復旧もできない。涌井め。
涌井がいたのか?
Miyashiro nodded.
詳しいことは後で話します。先に目的を済ませましょう。久野里さん、さっきのデジカメ、動画も撮れますよね。
お前、ここで犯行声明の映像を撮る気か?
はい。涌井は、委員会はもうここには現れません。一刻も早くカオスチャイルド症候群に関することは終わりにしたいんです。
Kunosato bit her lip once more and sighed a little.
新庄さん、こいつの言う通りにしてやろう。脳内スキャン装置を運び出す手はずを整えてくれ。あれを調べれば手がかりくらいは残っているかもしれない。
The detective seemed a little annoyed, but he must have been used to being talked to like that because he went to the other room. Miyashiro was looking at me. I tried to tell him about all the fragments of memories I'd seen, but just as I opened my mouth, he motioned for me to stop.
尾上さん。
何?
案内ありがとう。怖い目に遭わせちゃってごめん。もう大丈夫だから。
そんなこと。
But those memories,
ここからは僕たちの仕事だ。だから
Miyashiro looked toward the exit. You can go, he seemed to say. No, that wasn't it. Go home, his eyes said. I had to ask. I had to find out for sure. But my lips wouldn't move. The words wouldn't come out. Why? Why was I...
宮代、やるぞ。
はい。
Miyashiro turned his back and began to ignore me. He followed Kunosato's instructions and put a chair up against a wall.
何を喋ったらより注目を集めますかね。
知るか。お前が起こしたことになっている事件だろ。それらしいことを言っておけ。
Supposedly. My headache had almost gone away when Wakui disappeared, but it started to get a little stronger. My head was throbbing with pain, and for some reason, the pain was eating into my heart.
なら、この世界を恨んだり、憎んだりしてみましょうか。
妥当なところだな。それでいこう。
The two of them had stopped paying any attention to me at all. I staggered towards the exit, as if trying to escape from the headache. I turned back before I went up the stairs, but no one was looking at me. Miyashiro wasn't looking at me either. I left the basement without saying a word.
僕がこの事件を起こしたのは僕のせいではありません。この社会そのものが害悪に満ちているからです。
I could hear him speaking into the camera below. I was getting further and further away. I was staggering unsteadily as if I was in a waking dream. But I'd succeeded in my goal. Kurisu would wake up now. Then I could ask her about me. Huh? Me? Why was I going to ask her about myself again? Everything felt so hazy. I couldn't remember. Well, it didn't matter. I should just do what Miyashiro said and go back home. My head hurt. I probably wasn't feeling well. I needed to go home and rest.
私の家ってどこだっけ？ああ、そっか。横浜だよ。
Why I'd come here, what the result had been, and even how I felt right now, I didn't know any of it anymore. I was walking through town. It was probably the slowest I'd ever walked in my life. As the sun started to set on the city, I kept having trouble walking forward, but I couldn't stop. I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here, so I forced myself to keep going. For some reason, once I got away from Miyashiro, my headache stopped. It was as if his very existence was the cause of it.
あ、 そうか。今日って。
I looked at all the happy girls and remembered. February 14th. Valentine's Day. The day when girls told boys they liked them.
私、あんたみたいなやつ、大嫌い。
I hadn't really been thinking about it when I said it. It wasn't often that you told someone to their face that you didn't like them. You only realize what you really wanted to say after you've said goodbye. Was that a line from a movie? Who did I go see it with? I laughed even though I thought it was stupid. I was happy now. I bet the old me was a nasty girl who hadn't been happy at all. But now, I'd forgotten all about it. I'd forgotten all about it, and I could be happy. That's right. I was happy now. That was why I had to laugh.
ねえ、セリカ。あなたはどこへ行く気なの？
I asked myself, but I didn't answer. I just kept walking. I was walking in a crowd full of people. As I walked, I stopped being able to figure out how much of the world was real. All the nightmarish things that just happened. All these people were walking without knowing anything about them. Which world was real? It had to be this one. The big TVs were playing wonderful music, and there was a delicious smell coming from the crepe stand. This was the right world, the fun world. It had to be this world. But I knew that this was a lie, but I pretended I didn't, and I kept smiling and walking. I was a liar. Someone who is honest with themselves, like maybe a child or something, might have gone back to that basement. Because this town, this place, it should be so much fun, but it felt so awful. I couldn't find the place where I belonged, but I couldn't go back to that basement. I wasn't a kid anymore. Not anymore. I was a lying grown-up. Suddenly, a scene from the nightmare came back. The fragments of memories I'd seen there, they were scattered about like the pieces of a puzzle, and they were eating away at me. And beyond them, I remembered a tiny little feeling.
これ、どうにかしてよ。ねえ。
There was probably no way to get it back. I'd realized that no matter who I asked, it was the one thing they'd never tell me. The memories and the feeling kept spinning about inside me. I wanted to go back there, but I couldn't. I kept walking with nowhere to go. And eventually, I found myself in front of a building near the station. It had been 30 minutes since the sun set.
なんだっけ、光を。
I looked up at a tall building. I couldn't tell how many floors it was. I couldn't remember ever coming here, but my body went inside without hesitation. I stepped out of the elevator and saw a pretty theater. I could see a poster for a musical on the wall. There was a picture on it that I'd seen somewhere before. The soiree was just about to start. A performance held in the evening. Oh, okay. I heard matinee, but I don't... Anyway. I stood in line to buy a ticket. Luckily, there was a seat open near the front of the house. I bought my ticket and buried myself in the waves of people going into the theater. What? Something was strange. I thought I'd never been here before, but it was familiar. I'd come here before. I walked up the stairs through the crowd and opened the door to the theater. And when I stepped inside, I heard a sound like something bursting within me. Something snapped within my head. I walked toward my seat. I slowly weaved my way through the other audience members, going down the steps of the corridor. The curtain was lowered, and on it there was a projection with the name of the musical and an illustration on it. But what I was seeing was an empty theater. An empty stage lit up by bright lights. I sat in my seat, and after a while, the buzzer rang and the curtain came up. The orchestra played a low sound that echoed in the pit of my stomach, and the cast came up on stage. But my mind was still seeing the same thing. It was still looking at an empty stage. On stage, the actors started to pantomime rowing a boat. They were creating a delusional world on the stage, filled with things that didn't exist. But I was seeing a different world. It was the world I'd lived in before. The musical kept going, but the empty stage that only I saw didn't change. My memories ached. My feelings threatened to overflow. I'd done something here with someone. The sadness from when I'd talked with them was filling my heart. The pain in my throat when I screamed at them was coming back to me. It hurt to breathe. I was gasping like I was underwater. The actors sang, their voices riding on the powerful music. It was a song the heroes sang to inspire themselves, and the people before they went off to fight the revolution. The people of this fictional world all lined up and yelled. "Come along and join us," they sang. And then it happened. I saw someone on the empty stage. They were holding something up high in their hands. I could see that it was a sword, gleaming with a dull shine. It was a tool for battle.
それが僕があいつにできる唯一の償いだから。僕たちは 一緒にいたら何も変わることができない。離れたからこそ僕もあいつももう間違えない。男が好きな子にすがりついて生きてくなんてできるわけないだろ。
I was crying. It was the same tears I felt on my cheek when I woke up in the morning. I quickly wiped them away with the back of my hand, but they didn't stop. I kept wiping them away, and they didn't stop coming. It was no good. They wouldn't stop. I couldn't stop them. I buried my face in my hands.
後悔なんてしないよ。僕は自分のしたことに悔いはない。満足してるんだ。
このクズ。続き、ずっと隣にいたって誰？
親友だよ。
親友なんていたんだね。あんなひどい殺人を犯すようなあんたにも。あんたの親友って同じように症候群者だったの？今何をしてるの？
いや、普通の人だった。もう亡くなったよ。彼女はこの世界のどこにもいない。
The play ended, and the audience gave a standing ovation. The actors stood on the stage and bowed. Alone, I wiped away my tears. I sat there for a long time, unable to get up. No one else could see the blurry world I saw. I looked up to stop the tears from falling down. And the lights on the stage shone down on me like a spotlight. Like, that's not it, is it? That's weird. Anyway. I don't know, my stream got disconnected for a few seconds there. Anyway, okay, so we're not done yet. We've got more to this. October 2016. 8 months later.
次の検査は来週の同じ時間になりますので、お大事に。
はい。ありがとうございました。
We got Senri. As she bowed to the nurse, who she'd come to know quite well, Senri Minamisawa, the girl who was once Nano Kurisu, checked the time. It was almost noon. The exams were getting shorter and shorter. They hadn't even given her any drugs today. That probably meant she was getting better.
姉さん。
Ukiyama Zoe, whose exam had evidently been as short as hers, came down from the psych ward on the 5th floor. When she saw Senri, she ran over.
姉さんも今日は終わり？こーら、病院内は走らない。はい、ごめんなさい。
Senri felt herself smile as she watched her little sister walk fast, but not run, toward the front desk. Her little sister had struggled with her physical therapy, but now she could walk and run like a normal girl. She wanted to be a nurse, just like Senri. It would be the perfect job for her.
じゃあ行こっか。思ったより早かったから、みんなをランチに誘ってみる？来てくれると思うわ。
Uki suddenly seemed to remember something and stopped.
忘れ物？その。
Uki was choosing her words carefully as she looked at the elevator that had just come down.
いいの？姉さん。
Senri put her hand on her little sister's head.
ちゃんと挨拶は済ませたでしょ？それでもう十分。それに最近は警備が厳重で誰も近寄れないわ。でもだからいいのよ、ウキ。そうしちゃダメなんだからね。
Her little sister nodded a second later, and Senri smiled.
定期検診お疲れ様です。お疲れ様です。
When she contacted them on her phone, she found that Hinai Arimura and Hana Kazuki had both been waiting for her call all morning. They met in front of Shibuya Station and started walking. It had been a long time since the four of them had gone through the city together like this. They saw each other often at the hospital, but their exams and physical therapy were all at different times, which made it hard to schedule anything. But today was a special day. Even if they didn't say anything, they all knew they were going to meet.
今日ユウは？ユウとなら 学校のお友達と図書館へ行ったわ。うわ、せっかくの休みに図書館とか。末恐ろしいなあ、おい。ユウは将来弁護士になるって張り切ってるから。ほへえ、弁護士？子供の夢にしちゃずいぶん。
Bro, I don't know how anybody could be excited to be a lawyer. Like,
あ？
makes zero sense to me. Oh, so that's it, Hinai almost said. But she stopped herself. Both Hana and Hinai immediately understood the meaning of Yuto Takibana's childlike dream, as well as the fact that it might even come true. And Yuto knew what day it was, too. That had to have been why he went to the library with his friends, just like the four of them had gathered together. An indescribable sadness was threatening to build up between them. It was Arimura's loud voice that broke the silence.
皆の衆、のんびりしてるとどの店も満席になっちまいますぜ。そうね。どこで食べる？超お腹空いてるので、いつものカフェでいいと思います。どう？みんな。うん、それでいい。私もそこで。うん。じゃあそうしましょうか。はーい。ではお姉さんについてきてください。
Inai raised one hand up like a tour guide and wrapped the other around Hana's. The two of them had been hanging out together a lot recently. Then she plunged into the crowd. There were no Chaos Child Syndrome patients to be seen. Eight months ago, over 80% of Chaos Child Syndrome patients in Shibuya all fell unconscious at once. They were all quickly split up and taken to nearby hospitals. The hospitals were overflowing with patients. It was almost like the earthquake 6 years ago. No, 7 years now. Even those patients who had escaped the initial wave quickly fell unconscious as well, and were also taken to hospitals. Fortunately, no one was seriously injured. Several people were injured when they'd fallen, but none of them badly. And several days later, patients began to wake up, almost all of them in a state of extreme panic. They couldn't believe their real forms. Senri, Hinai, and the others woke up at the same time and were terribly confused. But they didn't panic like the others. They quickly realized that he was involved and that he'd done this for everyone's sake. And so all the patients returned to a normal but harsh reality.
南沢先輩、列から離れないでくださいよ。置いていっちゃいますよ。あ、うん。ごめんなさい。
Senri realized that she'd stopped walking as she reflected on the past. She ran to catch up with the others. What had happened when she was asleep? Right after she'd woken up, Takaru had told her himself. Kuno Sato and Shinjo had let her meet him in a special hospital room. He also told her about Serika's true nature, and the truth behind the return of the new generation madness. Hello, Divine. How are you doing? Wakui, the Committee, and Chaos Child Syndrome 2. He told her about everything. And lastly, he told her the truth about Sakuma, the father she'd believed in. And there was something that she, Senri Minamisawa, or Nono Kurisu, depending, had to tell him too. Now that she didn't look like Nono Kurisu anymore, there was no way she could keep up the lie. She'd had trouble working up the courage before she went into Takaru's room. She'd hesitated so many times and almost thought about not meeting him at all. But it was the other girls from her room that had scolded her and urged her on. She'd been the last to wake up because of the wound in her chest. And by the time she did, Uki, Hinai, and Hana had already seen the real her. That's good. Exams. Well, hopefully that's been going well. And everyone had forgiven her without saying a word. But when she'd hesitated about meeting Takaru, they'd gotten really mad. "Can't you trust him?" they asked. "Is he the kind of guy who wouldn't forgive you?" And that was enough for her to decide. After she told him everything, Takaru had laughed gently.
バカだな。もっと早く話してくれればよかったのに。
Every time she remembered his voice then, she felt like she would cry. Senri gave up her old name and body and went back to being herself. Yeah. Let's see, do you have final exams at the end of the semester, or do you have like the full round year, school year, or whatever? I'm doing alright. I was kind of busy earlier in the week because of because my community orchestra had a performance Tuesday, but I think it went pretty well. She'd been forced into 6 months of physical therapy, not just because of the syndrome, but the stab wound as well. But at last, she was capable of going outside on her own. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that's one thing I don't miss. Her final exams. She'd gone back to Hekiho Academy, which was now just a normal private school, and started living the life of a normal student along with the others.
ああ、ごめんなさい。何？ 検査どうでしたか？いつも通りね。でももう薬も処方されてないし、そろそろ治療もおしまいかしら。和樹の方は？うん、私もそうかも。
Hey, look at that. She's talking now. Kazuki looked up at the sky as she spoke. She'd been lying to everyone too, and just like Senri, she'd been reluctant to admit it, and Hinai had scolded her too. When she opened up to Takaru about her lie, he forgave her like nothing was wrong at all. Even after losing her power, Hana still didn't talk a lot, but she was trying her best. That was her promise to Takaru, she thought.
その声、みんなにもっと聞かせてあげるといいよ。友達も増えるんじゃないかな。
Yeah, remember, Kazuki wasn't talking before because her power, which I can't remember what her power was right now. What was it? I don't know, it was something like... I think her power was like she could influence others somehow. I can't remember exactly how. And so she thought that if she talked to people, she would accidentally influence them in a way she didn't want. Because of her power, if I'm remembering correctly. So I think that's why she wasn't talking before, but since she doesn't have the power anymore, she doesn't have to worry about it anymore. Shibuya was filled with people enjoying their day off, and Senri and the others were living the same lives as everyone else, except for one person, the boy who had been at their center. They'd only brought it up during a small silence after they'd eaten lunch at the usual cafe. At first, no one wanted to discuss it, but about the same time Senri had gotten tired of watching the ice melt in her iced tea, Hinai opened her mouth to speak. Oh, that's right, I forgot to... Back up. She pointed to the phone in her hand. It was displaying a gossip site. The article was about Takaru. It said that Takaru Miyashiro, the boy responsible for the serial killing in Shibuya, had been kept at AH Tokyo General Hospital to aid in research on Chaos Child Syndrome. And now that the research was mostly finished, he was finally being sent to a detention house for the real interrogations to begin. Even if he was a minor, in light of the effect his crimes had on society, the article said, there was no chance he'd ever be getting out. It said all that in sensational and exaggerated tones.
こういうのどこで調べるのかしらね、マスコミって。
Most of what the article said was right, and Shinjo had told them that the day Takaru would be transferred was today. They were able to say goodbye a while before. Shinjo had set it up.
本当に最後まであの子は。
The last time they'd met, Takaru had asked them for a favor. It involved Sarika Onoe. Stay away from her unless she comes to you. If she does come to you, forgive her and treat her like a normal friend. And Never tell her about me or her past. He'd insisted on these 3 things until the very end.
でも
Sarika hadn't come to them at all. Kunosato had told them that she lived in Yokohama and was attending Hekiho from there, but they hadn't heard anything else.
今何してるのかな。何してるのかしらね。さあ。
No one was sure if Uki's question was about Takaru or Sarika, or maybe both of them.
そろそろ行きましょうか。
When she stood up to go, Senri realized something. Oh, that's right. Maybe she was asking about us. What are we doing right now? Takaru had a spot in the cafe where he always sat. Senri found herself looking at it, and almost cried again. The 4 of them left the cafe and slowly headed for the station. They planned to split up and go home from there. None of them were looking at their phones, but their heads were all bent lower than normal, but no one noticed. Just before the light turned,
映画でも見ていきましょうか。
the other 3 looked up in surprise. Their mouths fell in shock. They seemed to have been caught completely off guard.
このまま帰ってもまだ早いし。
She was right. The sun hadn't even begun to set. Hinai suddenly started to tear at her hair.
ダメだ。今日はこんな空気にならないようにしようと思ってきたのに。
Her twin tails spun angrily.
そんなこと考えてたんだ。そうじゃなきゃ彼氏でもないあんたと手つないだりとかしないって。最近よくつないでくるくせに。知らん。誰だそれは。はいはい。じゃあ付き合ってくれるのね。映画。バチコイ。
Hinai clapped her hands together and then spread her arms as if to give Senri a hug.
ウキはこの後予定ないでしょ。でも
Uki made the same face she'd made at the hospital. Let's go back to the hospital after all, she seemed to say. It's almost time, isn't it? Senri knew Uki was worried about her, and that's when she smiled back, silently.
ありがとう。でも行くならやっぱり映画にしましょう。ね。
Because if she did meet Takaru, she would grab onto him and break down in tears. She didn't think she had it in her to control herself, and she didn't want to let her little brother see her like that. She was never going to let him worry about her again. So...
できれば楽しい映画がいいな。タクルに手紙を書きたいの。みんなで楽しい映画を見たわよって。私も書く。 お手紙毎日書く。毎日？これは負けていられないわね。おお、ブラコン姉妹ですな。
Hinai tried to tease them, but they both looked back at her and spoke in unison. Senri mischievously and Uki extremely seriously.
いけない？自慢の弟なの。自慢の兄です。お。
Hinai staggered back in exaggerated astonishment, and Senri gave her a pat to move her along.
ほら早く置いていくわよ。
Senri went to the front and started to walk. Unlike a moment ago, she was standing tall, ready to face whatever fate had in store for her. Uki went after, her footsteps steady and firm as well. The remaining two looked at each other for a moment, and then they started to laugh and ran to catch up to the sisters.
ああ、待ってくださいよ、先輩。ウキー。映画ならおすすめのあるんですけど。花のおすすめはいつもバカ映画すぎて話になんない。
Huh? That's strange. There was supposed to be data in here.
おい。勝手に触るなと何度も言ってるだろう。
The door opened and an angry Kunosato came inside.
すいません。
あいつらの結果ならいつも通りクリーンだ。今のところ再発の恐れはない。
I gave a small sigh of relief when I heard that. Good. The treatment seemed to be working well.
それで、いつまで千里たちの検査って続くんですか？
お前、これから連れて行かれるときに人の心配なんて。まあいい。そういうやつだったな、お前は。
Kunosato sighed in resignation.
今あいつらに行っているのは染色体に異常が見られないかどうかの検査だけだ。まあ健康診断みたいなものだが、少なくとも老化の原因が完全に突き止められるまでは検査は続ける。今は週に1回だが、検査回数は徐々に減らしていく予定だ。
Aging process. Wait, what are we talking about here?
いつ頃から減らしていけるんです？
I don't know, Kunosato said. From the way she was talking, she wasn't lying. She really didn't know. My role in researching and curing Chaos Child Syndrome had mostly come to an end after I created that image. All that was left was for Kunosato and the regular scientists helping her to figure out the scientific cause. But they seemed to be having a hard time figuring out what caused the artificial aging process. As for what they knew now, there were structures called telomeres at the end of a chromosome which were related to the aging process in some way. There were signs that Chaos Child Syndrome patients were artificially creating them inside their bodies. These false telomeres shortened at a greatly accelerated rate that drastically restricted the number of times a cell could divide. The hypothesis was that the brain recognized these artificial telomeres as real and initiated the aging process. But much of that was still in the realm of hypothesis, and Kunosato herself didn't seem satisfied with the explanation at all. But whatever the underlying principle was, when I asked her what had happened, she shrugged and said this.
精神や肉体がこう勘違いしているせいじゃないか。妄想の世界で生きるということは新しい自分に生まれ変わることだとな。
そうか。精神的な勘違いだけじゃなく、肉体的にも勘違いをしたんだ。
The phenomenon where these mistakes or errors would occur along the chromosome had been known in the medical world for a long time. That's right, it was the same mechanism as cancer. In other words, former Chaos Child Syndrome patients were at a high risk of developing that disease. Senri and the others would probably keep getting exams to look for those errors in their cells, all without knowing why. And according to Kunosato, she had no idea when those exams might end. They might go on forever.
実は、お前に関して興味深いことがあるんだが。
ん?
Kunosato stared at me as if trying to peer into the bottom of my heart.
これから先、かなり長い間、お前はインターネットにアクセスできなくなる。生まれて初めてのことじゃないか。
Yeah, come to think of it, she was right. The internet already existed when I was born, and by the time I hit puberty, it was everywhere.
情報強者を自認していたお前が、その最大の手段を失い、情報の規制を受ける。場合によっては、情報から遮断されるかもしれない。そういう生活が当然となったとき、お前の思考回路はそれまでとどう変化するんだろうな。
A while ago, I might have panicked just thinking about it. But strangely, I didn't feel like it now.
激しい情報の波にさらされていたお前と、波の全くない静かな海に漂うお前。精神的にどう変化するか楽しみだよ。
前に約束しましたから、実験台にしていいですよ。
ああ、そうだったな。
伊藤のやつは症候群だけでなく、脳の方も随分回復してきたそうですね。助かりました。
助かったのは医学的な面だ。 法的なことは知らんぞ。
Shinjo had told me that Ito would be prosecuted, but in the end he'd probably be given treatment as at a medical facility for minors. I didn't know how long it would take, but I was relieved to know that he'd eventually go free. Remembering Yui made my heart ache, but it wasn't his fault.
久野里さんはこれからどうするつもりです？
I remembered something I wanted to ask before I left this place. Kunosato's eyebrows rose in surprise.
委員会への復讐を続けるつもりですか？
当然だ。涌井が言った通り、私は踊り続けるさ。
And then, I saw a little smile form around her mouth.
そうか。なるほど。もしかしたらお前とは長い付き合いになるかもしれんな。涌井はお前のことを観測し続ける。そう言ったんだろ。
ええ。
この先お前が自分に降りかかってくる状況に絶望し、あるいは恐怖し、再びギガロマニアックスとしての力を取り返してしまうか否か。それが奴とのゲームというわけだ。
ええ。
だったら、お前は生かされ続ける。私も、お前の観測を続けよう。奴の尻尾をつかむためにな。
いいか？
There was a knock at the door, and I heard a voice I knew well. Shinjo came in with a serious look on his face. He was looking at me, seemingly uncertain as to what to say. I waited motionless until finally he sighed. Shinjo said the words.
時間だ。
はい。
I slowly stood up from the chair. Shinjo knew the truth, but still accepted my decision. I could do nothing but be grateful for that. I knew how hard that had to be for a detective.
今までありがとうございました。苦労かけました。
I bowed deeply.
いや、君に比べたらどうということはないさ。
He put his hand on my shoulder. It was big and strong. If I had an older brother, would he have been like this?
俺の方こそありがとう。
There was another detective on the other side of the door, ready to take me to the transport. The rest of the world still didn't really know what I looked like after I'd recovered from Chaos Child Syndrome. It was Shinjo who had convinced the others that I'd stand out less if they didn't put handcuffs on me and tried to hide my face. Thanks to that, I'd be able to walk outside as a normal high school kid one last time. I bowed one last time to Shinjo, and then turned to Kunosato.
みんなのことよろしく頼みます。
ああ。またな。
Kunosato nodded weakly, and I nodded back. And then I headed for the exit.
ああ。宮代。
I stopped and turned around.
危うく聞き忘れるところだった。取り立てて重要なことではないんだが。彼女の名前と年齢だ。なぜ 彼女は尾上セリカだったんだ。年齢に意味はあったのか。
It was actually something I'd been thinking about for a long time after we were first apart. It was the first step of a very big mistake. When I'd finally found the answer, I'd burst out laughing.
名前は僕の両親の名前をローマ字書きしたアナグラムでした。
Saneo Miyashiro, Eriko Miyashiro.
本当の親に求めるようなことを僕は彼女に求めていたんでしょうね。だからそんな名前にしたんだと思います。
でも、親の役割を彼女に求めたのなら、年上に設定するはずだろ。
そんな風に親を求めている自分を認めたくなかったんです。だから彼女は年上ではいけなかった。僕が守るべき年下の女の子でなければいけなかった。子供ながらにつまらないプライドですね。今考えると本当に愚かでした。
そうか。
If I wasn't mistaken, I caught a glimpse of gentleness in her expression.
でも、お前はちゃんと彼女を守った。今はもう愚かじゃないさ。
I smiled back at her and turned away. I made my stride a little longer than usual so my resolve wouldn't waver. And then I stepped out the door. It had been forever since I'd been outside, and the weather was beautiful. I was so used to the darkness that the strong sunlight stung my eyes. The wind was a little cold, but it felt good. It swirled by as if purifying my whole body. I was surprised not to see any reporters or gawkers, but I learned later that Kei, aka Kunosato, had given the media and internet false information. I walked for a while until I saw a black car stopped on the side of the road. Welcome back, Ox. Hey, Zane. Finally showed up. What'd you miss? Well, I think we're very close to the end. They already rolled the credits. Basically, Sarika, Kazuki, Arimura, and Uki are all recovering from Chaos Child Syndrome. They're back to normal. They don't have the weird, old wrinkly appearance anymore. At least I don't think they do. And right now, Takaru is about to be committed to prison since he confessed to the murders, the return of the new generation madness. VSPO. I haven't watched any VSPO. I walked for a while until I saw a black car stopped on the side of the road. It was probably the transport car. I felt a sense of deja vu and stopped to look around. And then I remembered.
そうか。
This was a corner of AH Tokyo General Hospital. 6 years ago, during the earthquake, it had been an evacuation shelter. The detective saw that I stopped and asked me what was wrong, but there were too many feelings inside me to explain. That's right. This is where I created her. I stood there in silent shock. Nearby in the bright sunlight, just a few seconds away if I were to run. She was standing there. The girl I thought for sure I'd never meet again. She was looking at me as if uncertain whether to smile, cry, or get mad. There was a girl next to her that I didn't know, about the same age. Why?
なんでここに。
I couldn't look away. I couldn't move. We were so close, but we were staring at each other across a distance that could never be crossed. The detective told me to start walking. I couldn't answer. I realized that my fists were clenched.
セリカ？何？
I heard a pretty voice. The soft wind seemed to be carrying it to me.
どうしたのいきなり。誰あれ？知ってる人？
I didn't know what feelings were being exchanged between us, but I could see tears forming in her eyes.
知らない人。
And the tears fell without a sound. She was smiling. The girl next to her must have been her best friend. She wiped away her tears and smiled so that her friend wouldn't see them. And then she turned around and walked away from me. Time started to move again, and a smile formed on my face as well.
僕も君なんて知らない。
The sun stung my eyes. I looked up at the sky so that the sudden tears wouldn't fall to the ground. I was crying tears of joy. That's what I believed. That's what I had to believe. Everything was for the best.
すいません。行きましょう。
I said to the detective, then I started to walk. I didn't look at her as she got further away. We would never see each other again. And the paths we walked would never cross. That was how we would live our lives together. Damn. That is the end of Chaos Child. There it is. That is everything. It's finally over. That true route actually wasn't as long as I was thinking it was gonna be. I gotta tell you though, I think this is probably the most confusing fucking visual novel I've ever read. Like, there's still a lot of shit in this that I do not understand. Like, when Kurisu, Uki, Arimura, and Kazuki were all in a coma, were they in a coma for like 6 fucking years? Were they like in a coma ever since the earthquake? They didn't even really explain that very well, that part. I don't know, dude. This visual novel's confusing as fuck, dude. I'm gonna have to read some more shit just to understand, like, what the hell. I'm not really convinced this was a very convincing narrative structure, considering you literally went through like 80 to 90% of the visual novel and then find out that in the last like 10% of the visual novel that 80 to 90% was all just a fucking delusion and didn't even really happen. Like, I don't know, that's just fucking weird to me. Just a really strange way to present a narrative. But anyway, I'm gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do next, I guess. What visual novel? I've been thinking about possibly doing Narcissu after this. And I've told you, I think I've told Zane about Narcissu before, but it's been a long time, so you probably don't really remember what I said about Narcissu. But Narcissu, gosh, it's been probably around 10 years since I very first read Narcissu. And I don't know, it's held this kind of unique place in my heart ever since. So I'm thinking about possibly streaming that. It's been, I don't know, it's been maybe 3 years or so since I last read it. But anyway, I'm thinking about maybe doing that, or I might try and look and see if there are any like new visual novels that I might do instead. Anyway. Alright, there's, before I go, which I've got about maybe 15-20 minutes, I wanted to show you, Zane, this thing that I've been seeing other people share a lot in like VTuber communities. So apparently this only applies to the YouTube mobile app. You can't, because I checked on the desktop, YouTube desktop, and it's not on there. Apparently it's only on the mobile YouTube app. But apparently if you go in the top left corner on the app, there's this little, I don't know, you're probably not going to be able to see it really well. Yeah, I'd have to, hold on. I have to adjust the focus so you can see it. Let me do that here. Should be an auto focus. Yeah, here we go. Okay, maybe let's see if it'll work better now. No, not really. But anyway, okay, so you can kind of see that the YouTube logo at the top, right? And then right below that, there's this little compass sign right here, and you hit that, it'll do it there. Hold on. Okay, so you hit the compass, and then you get this menu here, and you go to gaming right there. So you hit gaming, and then on the gaming screen, right at the top, you'll see this. It says your 2024 gaming recap. So it kind of gives you like some stats and like memories of kind of your YouTube experience for the last year. And I wanted to show this mainly because I wanted you to see who my biggest who my favorite or most watched gaming content creator for the year was, and it is a VTuber, as you might have expected. So yeah, unfortunately there's not a way to like pause it, but anyway. Yeah, so here you'll see that it says I have just about 30, yeah, there we go. About a third, oh, it just flipped. So about a third of my YouTube watch time was people gaming, right? It says I watched videos about 67 different games this year. Okay. And my favorite game to watch for the year was EA Sports College Football, which might be a surprise to you. But yes, I am a pretty big sports fan too. So, yeah, that's a thing. So college football was my most watched game of the year. And here it lists off like my top 5. So at the top is college football. Second there is Zenless Zone Zero, which yeah, not a surprise there. Third is Genshin Impact. Again, not really a surprise, right? Fourth is a really weird one. For some reason, fourth, as you see below Genshin Impact there, is Dishonored. And Dishonored is like, I think that game's like at least 10 years old now. So it's like really weird that it's on there. But I think the reason it's on there is because some of the VTubers were streaming it this year. Like I think I remember Cecilia Immergreen was streaming Dishonored. And then the fifth game there at the bottom, if you can see it, is Elden Ring. Again, Elden Ring is because a lot of VTubers were streaming Elden Ring this year, so that's why that's on there. So okay, so the next part here kind of goes over like memories of like what I've done. So it says so much has happened this year, and then the next screen it says you were there for Doki Bird's return. It says you were one of the dragoons who tuned in to support indie VTuber Doki Bird. There's a picture of her right there. And then the next thing it says is you journeyed to Natlan. You celebrated Genshin Impact's anniversary in the fiery land of Natlan. So, and then the next thing it says you watched gaming videos from 81 creators. So right now I want you to guess who my most viewed gaming content creator was. And like I said, it is a VTuber. So I want you to guess which VTuber was my favorite, was my most watched for video games. Any guesses? Iron Mouse, remember, Iron Mouse is on Twitch. So Iron Mouse doesn't apply here. This is only for YouTube. So it can't be Iron Mouse. Crony? Really? No, it's not Crony. No. It's not Crony. Any more guesses? I mean, it's somebody you should be able to guess, I think, because you know my taste, so you should be able to. Surprisingly, it's not Fauna. Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's not Fauna. It's not Bay. I'll give you a hint. She debuted this year. Sana? How could it be Sana? Shauna hadn't been around for 2 years. Can't be her. No, based off these guesses, I think you're gonna be surprised who's in my top 5, possibly. That last hint should have given it away. Come on, man. All right, fine. No more guesses, I guess. Here it is. Cecilia! Cecilia Immigreen was my top gaming creator. And then here's my top 5. So you got Cecilia at the top. Second is me for so apparently it counted all the times that I've tuned into my own stream because I was reading chat on my streams. You forgot I like Cecilia, bro. Come on now. Yeah, I think that's dumb that they include yourself. Like, it shouldn't include yourself on here, but apparently it did. So there's me at number 2. And then number 3 is a college football channel. You're not going to know who that is. But yeah, I told you before I watched a lot of college football this year. And then 4th, oh wait, what is this? Look at who's number for that. Dude, that can't be right. That can't be right. Shiori Novella is number 4. Now that's got to be a mistake. No, that can't, dude. There is no way I would pour hundreds of hours, or I don't know, however long. There is no way I would pour so many hours into watching a complete weirdo like Shiori. That's got to be a mistake, bro. There's no way. No. No, that's probably because my brother, was watching her and it counted it as me. So that's probably what it is. Yeah. And then number 5 is well, you can't really see it very well there. But number 5 is actually Dr. Nova from V4 Mirai. Yes, that is right. I watched Dr. Nova so much this year that she snuck into my top 5. Dude, I have to admit it at this point. Dr. Nova is like one of my favorite VTubers. She's, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, I was surprised that Kiara wasn't in my top 5 because I actually still watch Kiara quite a bit. So I'm surprised that Kiara didn't get in my top 5, but I would imagine Kiara's would be number 6 if they showed it beyond the top 5, but anyway. The game, okay, yeah, we don't care about that. Okay, yeah. So that was all there was to that, basically. Oh, and would you look at that? It is right on 11 o'clock now, so yeah, I better you thought Hachima would be there? Yeah, Hachima, well, yeah, I don't know. It seems like anytime I tune into Hachima lately, she's not really playing a game. She's just like chatting, basically. Or she's doing karaoke, one of the two. She's either singing karaoke or she's like just chatting. She's not playing a game. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Any other? Anyway. All right, well, I guess I gotta figure out, yeah, what I'm gonna stream next. I guess tomorrow, I'm going to continue on with Genshin Impact. I'm gonna stream the new Archon quest, and then probably after I finish that, I think I'm just gonna go back to playing Final Fantasy VII. Streaming that. I think I don't know. I might have to like do kind of a split stream tomorrow where I stream Genshin Impact first and then I end that stream and then start a new stream playing Final Fantasy because I'm like Genshin Impact's not gonna be enough stream time. I'm probably not even gonna spend an hour on Genshin Impact. The other thing I could do is just go back to streaming Zenless Zone Zero again, but right now all I'm doing in Zenless Zone Zero is doing that, whatever that event's called, the arpeggio fault thing, where you're like going through all those TVs. That's all I'm really doing right now. So, yeah, the Zenless Zone Zero I don't think would be terribly interesting to stream right now. So, yeah. I don't know. I think I'll just have to, I don't know. I don't know. What would you prefer after I finish Genshin Impact? Would you rather I start another stream and do Final Fantasy after that, or should I keep the same stream up and just stream Zenless Zone Zero? I mean, that's if you even come tomorrow, which I don't know. You'd rather Final Fantasy? Okay, yeah. All right, well, unless I just happen to settle on a new visual novel to stream before tomorrow's stream, then I think that'll be the plan. So last time you weren't at you weren't here for yesterday's stream, but I was doing Final Fantasy and I got to the part where they introduced the card game, and I'm like, oh my god, this must be like every freaking like Japanese, Chinese game now. They gotta stick some freaking card game in their game. So yeah, I went around town and played like several people, and every single one of them was like really eccentric and weird. So yeah, that happened on yesterday's stream. Oh, the card game. Yeah, it's not even really that fun of a card game, honestly. I'm kind of like, is this even really worth playing? I mean, I know you probably get like equipment and rewards and shit from it, right? But I don't know. Uh, yeah, anyway. All right, man. I will see you tomorrow. We might do some VTuber clips as well tomorrow. I just didn't have time really for it tonight since you joined kind of late. It's brain draining. Yeah, I guess it kind of is. But yeah, I might even throw another political segment in tomorrow. I'm sorry, dude, but since fucking Donald Trump's been elected again, you're probably gonna have to put up with quite a few of those here in the near future for the next 4 years. That's just the way it be. So. All right, man. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.